Indeed, it is called Lothric, where the lands converge. Dark Souls 3 is a third-person action game published by Go Back to Where You're From Software and dedicates the game to making you a victim of mass homicide by the will of God. This is a video game where you drink fire like a real Russian, and like a real Russian, you wrestle the landlords who refuses to sacrifice their bodies for the greater good of the people. Founding Father Lenin will not tolerate this bullshit, so ashen warriors like yourself awaken to seek embers and relink the first flame so the age of gods may remain. Hey, can you shut the fuck up? You. The voices in my head. I've had it with you. You've been non-stop rambling some acid trip garbage this entire time. Did you know how much self-control it took to not fucking cave your skull into bread though? Oh shit, I forgot to mute my mic on Discord. This will be an interesting journey. After countless hardships, the Ashen Warrior has arrived at the legendary city where the deities used to reside. This is kinda like Pontiff Solomon committing home invasion, kills the owners, and then invites his best friend Richard Nixon over to have sex with him, in order to peck the shit out of Bright Moon Binchling. We are in need of a bigger caliber, but Mocha, where did the weapon come from? I stole it from Praetor Rykard. Their security was not very good. This 50 cal baby can deliver the judgment straight from Jesus himself. We will be seeing some of that ourselves later, but back on track. Welcome to Anolondo. In this level, we've got Tumblr fetish people, horrifying cripples, and most of all, we have the gang of psychos charging at you while you are simultaneously being stepped on and molested by your local church authorities. But that's all fine. Just don't jump into the secret tunnel or you'll be relentlessly chased by two Ohio breed cripples. The way of ascending to Anolondo is one filled with hardships, especially with all these snipers around, which triggers my Dark Souls 1 PTSD and makes me recall the memories of Vietnam of 1982. Make sure to give these motherfuckers a proper Britland treatment when you catch them. Actually, do it a few more times just for me. Hey guys, Mocha here. I really hope you guys like my Sonic cosplay. So after riding the magically powered spinning elevator, we are finally here. Magic Nostalgia Land. I have so many questions. Where is Mommy? Why is it snowing in Florida? And most important of all, where do they keep all the children? Hey, what is your reaction to this information? Oh, that's right, he's still muted. What is the point of all of this? What do you mean? In the days of yore, countless warriors were driven to insanity by the VTubers. Even the lords that sacrificed themselves to neglect their duties. Wherefore do we continue to tend to the flame when it seems to bring naught but woe? Okay, I can't seem to find the right federal crime of cosplaying as the Riddler, so I'm going to ask you to stop speaking from software and say it in a way that I can understand. Why the fuck are we doing this? I don't know, I'm not Vati Vidya, now go back to a dungeon. Finally reaching Anolondo, you might notice something strange. The people here seem to have awakened their inner Shari gang, or just have pink eyes. Now if you don't mind, I'm just gonna run past the average American home size level to the next boss. Let me just open this door to acquire a shortcut since we are probably gonna be dying a little bit. Now go boy, fight the children-eating god devourer while I lay back and watch you suffer. Ah man, I really hope he bought me some life insurance just like the ones I bought for him. Because you're going to be dying a lot. No, because I'm gonna fucking kill you and maybe one of us will get some money out of that. All grudges aside, our quicked up Wipeaway is actually pretty good with the sauce. This boss isn't very hard, so as every mage battle in every Souls game. Really, most of his attacks can be avoided by being slightly athletic, dodge his arrows by running, dodge his insanely telegraphed attacks by rolling through it. This fight really just comes down to chasing him down while he strings in fair and teleports away. He will never one-up me in the numbers of children consumed, so naturally, I have a type advantage against him like this is Pokemon or something. If you hit him hard enough, he will eventually use the Ember item and become dripped out. Unfortunately, looking like fire isn't going to help against my concealed armory, so I think it's time to give the death roll to this insensitive Discord user. We are at the end of the road here, but there are a few more deviant bosses for us to euthanize. The giant Yhorm lies below Irisel in the profane capital. He is our next target on the hit list, so that's where we are heading. Going deep into Irisel, we reach Irisel Dungeon. So this is where they keep all the children, huh? In this new and unique level known as my dad's house, we face brand new and unique enemies like the Cock and Bull Torture Maiden, whose hit detection is still a mystery along with Obama's last name. We've got Nicolas Cage the Grafted, and the aforementioned Cum Babies. If this is your favorite level in the game, I suggest you seek help at 1-800-nearestpolicestation.com. Ah, an item. Let me just grab it. I wasn't jump scared by the golden thread where the wanky nights at the haunted McDonald's. Shut up, you were scared. It's okay, man. We all get scared by an action game, don't we? Daddy will always love you.
Skylar, I am going to choke you.
After whatever that was, we carefully tread through the clown car corner. Just how many are there? We successfully arrived at the profane capital. Now the bonfire is right there. Just gotta dodge this gargoyle's attacks and cross this bridge. There is no bonfire between all of this. Gotta run, boys. Now, if you excuse me, just gotta cross this bridge. This bridge has officially one-up and hard-disked Melania. It took me 19 minutes to beat her for the first time and 20 to cross this fucking bridge. Now for the enemies at the profane capital, and we have, oh my god, it's the KKK. I'm a big fan. No, actually, I am an entire turbine. What do you mean they won't accept me just because I'm not white? What, are they racist or something? It turns out that the KKK actually wasn't so friendly after all. So I decided to go on a group massacring session to help my shattered heart recover. Hey guys, Mocha here. I would like to play a game with you guys. Here are two chests. Can you guess which one is the mimic? Comment your choice down below, and I will surely pay a personal visit to you at the midnight. If you chose left, congratulations, you've been awarded with death. So the rest of the people who chose right, you are indeed right. Yes. I want to have a word with whoever placed these chests here, so let's go find the manager. Finally, we face the strongest boss of all. Man over 6 feet. Yom the Giant is fast. Actually, not that fast, but he hits hard. In fact, he hits so hard it sends it straight to the isekai.
Hey guys, Mocha here. Welcome to my Elden Ring Let's Play. Today, I'm gonna be sacrificing a innocent child and committing the cardinal sins of arsoning the glowing tree, which may or may lead to mass genocide. Make sure to click like, subscribe, and...
Oh yeah, back to the fight. Because of this. Oh yeah, back to the fight. Because of this, the Storm Music just won't cut it this time, so we must use the Storm Ruler to do sufficient damage. Actually, I take everything I said back. Using a Storm Ruler in this fight makes the fight like chopping weed in your backyard with a chainsaw. Yom can't stand a chance against this weapon. It takes 5 hits to kill him, which really says something about society. So after beating him, you just involuntarily get teleported back to Lothric by the same old lady who gave us the plane ticket to Florida. Before she even says anything, she just fucking dies of old age. I think the devs realized that Yom wasn't a real boss fight, so after literal 30 seconds, they just threw you another boss. This time, it's another one of Pontiff's Outrider Knights again. A previous royalty forced to be a dancer, then deformed into an insane beast, serving Pontiff Sullivan as one of his eyes in Lothric. Poor soul.
But don't worry,
my co-workers at the vet calls me One Pump Peter, as I am the best at euthanizing small innocent animals. The fight with the dancer isn't particularly hard either actually. This woman do be busting her down sexual style. But our Quickstar White Boy has got some moves too. He's got better speed, he can hit these feet, and most of all, he can juju on that beat. So in all honesty, the hardest part is not to get distracted by that cake. I petition with my blood that From Software makes a visual novel where the only goal is to get maidens. After sufficient lusting over women, our White Boy is just a bit more quirked up, so it was an easy victory. Now he's finally able to get the sauce, which being, strawberry jam? I fucking hate strawberry jam. And I fucking hate you too, so shut the fuck up. Alright, chill. So after a generous donation of blood, the ladder lowers down and we can finally access the upper part of Lothric Castle. But first, it is legally required break time and he insists on going back to Firelink Shrine for something. They've been talking for half an hour straight. It's not like I'm salty or anything, but what the fuck are they doing? He isn't even leveling up, he's just talking to a woman. May I inquire, what are you fucking doing? I, invoke the fifth, and it is none of your business. Alright then, I guess. It's Lothric Castle time. We make a straight beeline to the next Lord of Cinder. No, we go left first. May I ask why? No, we go left first. Alright, I guess. Let's follow him and see what kind of trouble we can get ourselves into. So, if you jump off this elevator going to the unloaded chunk of abyss midway, you arrive at the consumed King's Garden. We've got an abundance of morphed Black Dildo Man this time, and this paladin which just pushes me off the elevator progressing forward. I guess we really exceeded the weight limit, am I right, Mr. Actually, what even is your name? I don't even know yet. Why don't you fucking ask yourself? Yeah, okay, yeah, Ashen 1. We take the elevator up and, there he is. We take the elevator up and we found a furry looking for a certain Metal Gear character. Gotta love another boss fight after 5 minutes since the last one. Love Miyazaki for the pain and suffering inflicted on the Kon people. Thank God this isn't a hard boss fight. I mean, how do I describe it? This is definitely one of the boss fight in this video game. He can use spells, he can break your cells, and if you get him low on health, he smashes his imaginary baby on the ground. Paranoia and hypomania with aggression type behavior. We've got a rare one over here. Better go over that shit because someone needs to prove that this is just for self-defense when they convict me of beating up an old man with more mental illnesses than a white girl on Instagram. So, can you now tell me why we are here? Watch this shit. Apparently, we just traveled through space and time into a slightly different alternate universe where this magical app called Twitter has eradicated the world with nuclear radiation. This includes the entire fucking Milky Way, so I guess the sun and moon is just both gone now. So, tell me, what do you seek here, Ashen 1? Nothing in particular. Are you here because you wish to see a world without fire? I don't know. For generations, Ashen Warriors vowed to keep the fire lit. Pretty. This choice now falls upon thee. I am but an observer, a voice in thou head. Thou shalt do what thou must needs do. Thanks, man. I still equally fucking hate you, so don't talk words of appreciation to me. Well, never the fucking mind, you are still the asshole you are. On our way towards the untended shrine, we encounter an old friend, but this time he is no Udex but a champion. No different to a real gamer though. I've already learned your attack patterns, so dodging champion Gonde is as easy as getting a YouTuber to whip their cock out, especially if you're a child. Eventually, Gonde just gets tired of his shit and straight up punches you in the face, reenacting all the fun times you've had with Jetstream Sam. The taste of dirt surely brings back some fond memories of him. I've had enough of getting tossed around by this hand kinder, so I think I'll be providing as much moral support as the Ashen One needs until he wins. Go Zeppelin! I believe you can shoot the 23rd president of the... You see, the power of motivation can overcome all. Shut up already. Now he's gone there once again lying cold on the ground like my dad when he's all out of methamphetamine. We reach a slightly darker filing shrine and found the mystical twistical Munch's Bungus. I've had enough of this game. I'm going to take a rest by meditating beside this cool looking cliff. Man, this cliff is really a cliff. Hey guys, apparently we've just been abducted by Jesus Christ himself, which now resides in the Archdragon Peak. Legend has it, he was banished by God himself because he was too obsessed with furry roleplay. The first thing you might notice about this area is there are snakes, like Australia, fireball spitting snakes, like Australia, and the most scary of all, an emu. Welcome to 1 in 1.5 hour, another gimmick fight. This one being specially easy. You can fight this flightless bird straight on, you know, like a real Western Australian drunkard. Or you can be a failed male and run to the side like my dad. They might as well call this fight a half marathon because the only thing you do is run and climb this ladder. I'm going to make a reference. The rest is easy. You just take the plunge. The rest is easy. Just take the plunge. You sound like a dementia patient. Shut up, you're the one dying here, okay? The rest is easy. You just have to take the plunge and win. This is one for the team. We finally won the first decisive battle in Australian history. Oh god damn it, not this again. So we get teleported to Upper Australia, the Northern Territories, which apparently has the most amount of miners in the whole Australia. This looks like a fun time for a YouTuber. Thank god I don't make 100-day videos about Stardew Valley. So apparently they just summoned their strongest military defense force against me, the Naked Burger King. Though that exposed flesh won't do him good against a good pat on the back. Hello guys, welcome to another episode of Mythbusters. Today we are going to be testing if I can cook a medium rare with the divine judgment of Jesus Christ. Anyways, climb up this ladder to find a nice surprise Miyazaki has prepared for you. That's right bitch. You thought you could escape Dark Souls PvP by playing offline, but The Rock is back from Dark Souls 1 here to break your kneecaps. I used to be an adventurer like you until I discovered Skyrim sex mods. Why won't you die? Lightning resistant, son. So prepare to experience some real British culture. I'm trying to say, poke him to death with your enlarged corpus spongiosum. I really feel like stabbing someone after this fight, so ring this bell and type in the command /rain to summon Jesus and his dog. Apparently, the weapon we were using the whole time wasn't a Serpent Hunter. It was the Dragon Slayer Sword Spear. We walked into the wrong house and accidentally stole Jesus' firearm. Now he's all angry and wants to fight us. But You have to fight his dog first before fighting him. And yeah, I gotta say, that's a pretty fucked up looking dog. The Storm King is no joke. You might even say he is the storm that is approaching. Prepare some fire resistant potion because you'll need that shit. But the biggest threat doesn't come from the Storm King. It comes from the nameless king surfing on him and occasionally delivering the punishment of God. The only thing you can do now is pray to God. In order to defeat God's strongest son, we need miracles from him. This is due to God's hatred towards these dogs, so he has developed special spells just to kill them. God will lend a hand to whoever tries to kill these furries, and against his own son would be no exception. And guess why my weapon is called the Dragon Slayer Sword Spear? After we kill his dog, he seems rather calm until—
Thou hast slain my dog, and for this transgression thou shalt feel the full extent of my wrath. Thou shalt end thyself at this very moment.
Well, looks like he's angry now. I really hope we are ready for this. We definitely are not ready for Jesus himself. For reference, he has more health than his fucking dog. The Nameless King alone outputs enough electricity to power an entire continent, and his strongest attack features him overclocking your GPU to mine cryptocurrency, so your electric bill looks more like an electric chair for you to sit on.
Tres.
What the fuck is he saying? Why is he counting down?
Duo.
He is the real shit, the hardest boss in the game. You are going to die countless of times, but that's okay. Just remember, in all of the alternate universes, only 34% of people are able to do this. And if you do it, you are a true gamer. Not as that title actually suggests anything good, but looking at your dirty ass showerless face, you might as well challenge your best.
Unos.
Uno, haha, I got you. I don't know Spanish. Don't tell me the next thing is gonna yell is bear witness and whip out his dragon dildo. I think we've had enough Biden Ling references today.
Nihil.
Oh god, that was really something. I think I've had enough Adderall today. So apparently killing Jesus had some far-reaching implications on our journey. The people in Lothric even hate us more now, and that's not to say they didn't hate us before, but that's fine. Lying on the highest point of Lothric Castle is the Twin Princes, the last Lords of Cinders. I feel like that sentence was a bit wrong, but the game is called Dark Souls 3 and not 3rd grade English class. Until this two slightly less fucked up looking dog shows up and just starts spitting straight fire at us. You can get through by brute force thinking all of the damage, but that would be at the expense of 3rd degree burns and possibly unaliving yourself in the process. To avoid that end, we head down the trench below the bridge because apparently the flame can't handle a changing of position in the y-axis. On our way, we saw a suspicious basement, and when we head inside, we spotted this man. Again. Hello, do you remember me? I still have fond memories we shared together.
I will rip you apart, tear your skin off, and replace my foreskin with it. Get back here!
Oh god, he is slightly mad from our last encounter. Time to abuse some activation triggers. Wait, he's still chasing me?
That's right, bitch. I've escaped the shackles of aggravation triggers. Now die!
Oh well, apparently there's more things we can exploit in this game than aggravation triggers. So after dealing with our old friend once again, we head inside of Lothric Castle to find another boss fight. I was too intrigued by this instant noodle butterfly thing to notice Dragon Slayer armor was already up my ass ready to give me an ass whipping. Now this is what we're talking about. No mage teleporting, no gimmick weapons, and most importantly, no dogs. The Dragon Slayer armor fight is one that's plain and simple, and it's one that I can really dig. Time for some lore. This is not a Dragon Slayer. This is the armor of a Dragon Slayer, controlled by these even more fucked up looking dogs. I always thought armor was his name, until I realized armor was spelled with an U, and not armor. Wait, armor is spelled without an U. The goddamn Britlanders. Dragon Slayer armor is an aggressive boss most notable for his big shield, which he bashes your nose in with. But because this is a video game, it doesn't actually have a hitbox, and when it's deactivated, you can just fade your weapon straight through it. What's even more disappointing is that I take my statement back about this fight not having dogs. In phase 2, these spaghetti noodles in the sky will fire either Swedish meatballs or straight up lasers at you. Their attempts at hitting me has been pretty futile, mainly because they have worse aim than my drunk uncle trying to piss on the side of the toilet. These bonfire placements are really getting worse and worse. Now we enter the area known as Bribery Library. This level's unique quirk is that during the whole time you explore this place, there will be this bitch harassing you from a distance. The primary attack of these well-educated university students are casting magic and pouring calm at you. This might be my least favorite level in this entire game. I'm surprised you didn't say anything. What was I even supposed to say? Like, what did you expect me to say? Oh, look at that. After searching for years, we finally found it. The calm sink.
Don't you dare make me sink in that car.
Apparently, according to law, these scholars put kum on their heads to stay sane. Seems rather kinky to me. We've also got spooky books. They can't curse you if you're already jizzed up. This really is one of the deliberate mechanics made by the devs. That makes me wonder what Miyazaki was doing on that day to come up with such a mechanic.
Moving up the Crash Archive.
Yes, I have a dedicated Discord server to archive my Premiere Pro crashes, so every time it crashes I don't get mad and it feels like collecting Pokemon cards. This looks awfully suspicious, and behind that illusionary wall is our friend, again.
What do you want from me? I'm already hiding in this little room. If you want to kill me, just do it already.
Oh god, I suddenly feel a bit bad. Just kidding, I am a emotionless psychopath. Time to abuse the aggravation trigger again. After dealing with a friend, again, we are faced with the protagonist of Dark Souls 2 and his friend because he can't accept that Dark Souls 2 got the same score as Genshin Impact. I said no Dark Souls PvP and instead we got this. I surely love getting abused by a Dex user and a magic user while getting chased by a big strong man. This truly is the Dark Souls TM experience.
We've got competition, brother. Looks like Markiplier OnlyFans ain't the only competitor in town.
We finally are alive where the Princess of Lothric live. Lothric and his very much in love brother. Because this is a FromSoft game, Lorien awaits here. I cannot allow this unfortunately because we really do not need more inbred morons in this world. Especially the one born with the dark arts of Bloodborne. The special appeal about Lorien is that he is crippled, so the only way for him to move around is via teleportation. You would think that Lorien instantly teleporting to a face would make the fight harder, but no, in reality, he strikes every time he teleports. So basically, he's not telegraphing his attacks, he is yelling it out loud through his Bluetooth speaker to the entire world, so everyone on Earth can just see his attack coming from a mile away. Of course, this couldn't be that easy. Through the sheer strength of Alabama, Lothric revived his down teammate once again, going for that victory royale. If you don't kill Lothric first, Lorien just gets revived infinitely. Lothric also fires magic once in a while, which can be easily avoided unless you have the reflexes of a storage cabinet, which in that case, you might as well exploit the fact that Lothric and Lorien are frogs, because if you stand still, they literally won't attack you. But if you have to use a bug for this fanboy and this crippled bitch, you might as well just uninstall the game.
Why not join us for a threesome? My brother has the nicest cock in the entire Lothric.
Okay, that's enough cock rating, now die. Now with the power of all the Lords of Cinders, we can finally open a portal to the final boss. You might be wondering, why are we doing this when no, not we, just him wants the flame to fade, since the flame would just fade on its own in like, 2 business days, right? This is because we have to distinguish the flame before anyone can relink it, or something. I'm not Sir Gideon. I got this enter from Reddit. Don't ask me. We are totally not psychopaths who just murder through the entirety of Lordran for no particular reason other than for entertainment. Anyways, time to put an end to all of this. This is the Soul of Cinder, the manifestation of every single person who linked the fire. Yes, that includes your Dark Souls 1 character as well. As a result of every Dark Souls character merged together, it changes playstyle faster than me switching to Royal Guard whenever anything happens in Bravo May Fly, magic, polearms, great swords, monkey backflips. You'll find all of your most hated class to play against in this boss. Or maybe go a step beyond, hate all of his builds and have the most amount of suffering in your life. He really is one of those boss who have a second health bar for a second phase, just like Melania, the Blade of Mikola. But it is made up for, because he straight up starts pling ponging, and that gives him the urge to parry him real bad. But whether you are a gamer or an albino child, this man standing before us will be our last obstacle before we are done. And for that reason alone, the Soul of Cinder must perish like my kinder.
Hearest thou my voice still?
Rightio, we are finished. I'm going to the Lens between. I have so much Mosaic Neko Waifu 5 to play.